Have you ever missed someone you were never officially with? No relationship, no clear ending, yet somehow they stay in your mind. Psychology says this pain is very real, and it's not about love the way you think. Stay till the end. The final reason explains everything. Missing someone who was never yours can feel confusing and even embarrassing. You ask yourself, why does this hurt so much? Why can't I just move on? But psychology shows that the brain doesn't need a relationship to form a strong emotional attachment. Sometimes, the strongest connections are the ones that were never completed. Let's break down why this happens. 1. The brain hates unfinished stories. The human brain is wired to seek closure. When something ends clearly, the mind can process it and move forward. But when a connection has no clear start, no clear ending, no honest explanation, the brain keeps replaying it. Psychologists call this the Zeigarnik effect. Unfinished emotional experiences stay active in the mind longer than finished ones. You don't miss what happened. You miss what never got resolved. 2. You attached to potential, not reality. Often, the person you miss is not who they truly were, but who you imagined they could be. Your mind filled the gaps with hope, possibility, what-if moments. Psychology shows that the brain can fall in love with potential faster than with reality. That's why letting go feels hard. You're not losing a person, you're losing a future that never happened. 3. Emotional validation creates bonds. Sometimes all it takes is feeling understood once, being listened to, feeling seen. The brain releases dopamine and oxytocin when we feel emotionally validated. Even small moments of connection can create a powerful emotional memory. You don't miss constant interaction. You miss how they made you feel about yourself. 4. Imagination makes feelings stronger. When there's no real relationship, there are no real flaws to see. Psychology shows that imagined memories can feel just as intense as real ones. Your mind replays conversations, imagines different outcomes, creates emotional scenes. Without reality to interrupt imagination, the feelings grow stronger over time. That's why almost relationships often hurt more than real ones. 5. You saw a different version of yourself. Sometimes it's not them you miss. It's who you were around them. Maybe you felt hopeful, confident, understood, emotionally alive. The brain associates that version of you with that person. So missing them is also missing a part of yourself you haven't felt since. 6. Emotional memory lasts longer than facts. Facts fade, emotions don't. Psychology shows that emotional memories are stored deeper in the brain than everyday experiences. You may forget details, but the feeling stays. That's why one person can remain in your thoughts long after others disappear. 7. The mind returns to comfort when you're low. When you feel lonely, stressed, or unsure, the brain searches for emotional safety. It returns to familiar emotional patterns. That person becomes a mental escape, a comfort thought, a symbol of connection. Even if they're gone, the feeling feels safe. The hidden truth. You don't miss the person. You miss closure, emotional validation, meaning, and the version of yourself you felt around them. Psychology says the person on your mind is often a symbol, not the solution. Understanding this is the first step toward letting go. So if you miss someone who was never really yours, don't judge yourself. It doesn't mean you're weak. It means your mind is trying to complete an unfinished emotional story. And once you understand what that story was, the attachment slowly loosens. Not because you forgot them, but because you finally understood yourself.